guys, I hope you're all well. Today it is finally time to film my Q&A. Sorry if there's a bit of noise, but it's such a lovely day in the UK today and we have had such rubbish weather. I was like, I have to film kind of outside. So I've opened up my bifold doors in my kitchen and I'm half outside and half, look, the sun's only there, but it's not there. Half inside and half outside. Now I can hear children screaming. I was waiting until after their lunchtime to film this, but they've obviously gone back outside. Oh well, what are you going to do? It's real life, and this is only a Q&A, so it's quite a relaxed video. So yeah, I'm going to jump straight into it. I asked you to ask me some questions on Instagram, and I asked on Facebook too. I'm going to just choose a variety of questions. Obviously, I'm not going to answer ones that have been answered in previous Q&As because that will be boring for you. It's a little money spider. Oh, that's good luck. So I'll answer as many as I can, and yeah, enjoy. Okay, quite a lot of people have asked me about how I keep fit and healthy and what I eat. Someone here called Lil Branch Farm wants to know what a typical food day would be like for me because, you know, talk more about your diet and why you chose to be a vegetarian. And then someone else here, Jazz_KM, has asked, I'd love to know how you keep fit and healthy, especially your diet. Bianca Nordy has said, what do I do at the gym? Well, I'd like to know more about your treatment at the gym and if your vegetarian works to get rid of your quadriplegic belly, which is funny. And there's quite a few more actually, all about like working out and stuff. Guys, right, I'm just gonna be real. I haven't worked out in almost a year. I need to sort my life out. Mike is like a nutritionist and like he's doing a show in September, like he's so into fitness and food and stuff like that, and there's me who's kind of needs to sort themselves out. I really need to start exercising again and get stronger again because my arms are definitely not as lean as they were. And yeah, I mean, I don't, considering I'm in a wheelchair, I'm quite lucky. I don't seem to put on weight easily. I obviously burn the amount of calories that I eat well, but I do feel like I need to tone up and reduce a little bit of body fat because I do feel a little bit wobbly at the moment. Obviously there's things that I can't do, like with my stomach. Someone mentioned about the quadriplegic belly, which basically is because we can't control our stomach muscles. So if you're quadriplegic, you are paralyzed from like the chest down. You can't really tone your muscles in your stomach if you're a complete injury, which sucks. So there's no avoiding that really, because when you think about it, if anyone sat down, your stomach will go out more. And obviously, if you're so relaxed, your stomach muscles are so relaxed, and all your organs are getting pushed forward because you're sat down all the time, you're going to kind of look a little bit bloated a lot of the time. So that's just one of those things. I just try and disguise it well. Obviously, if I eat less and I don't eat foods that bloat me so much, it's always better. For my typical diet, I make sure I have protein with every meal because that is so important. Mike tells me that especially being a vegetarian, you need to make sure you get enough protein because it can be difficult at times. But for breakfast, I usually have kind of, at the moment I'm having a dairy-free yogurt, so that obviously that hasn't got much protein in, but then I mix some vegan protein in with it. I would use whey protein as well because I'm not a vegan, but I still have my vegan one left from when I was attempting to be a vegan. And then I just have berries on top and chia seeds. And then for lunch, this is like my weekday staples basically. For lunch, I'll have like some Ryvitas with hummus and then some like corn chicken strips or ham or something on top. Which isn't too much for lunch, but that's kind of what I just love having. I just love hummus and, you know, I really enjoy it, so that's why I have, because I enjoy it. But then for my tea, I always have a larger tea, and that varies all the time. Like I say, I always make sure I have protein, whether it be corn, actually it will just be corn, or, you know, soya mince or something, soya products or something like that. Don't try to eat, I don't eat too many soya products because they do make me feel a little bit funny, like I got a bit of a sore stomach when I was being a vegan that time. So yeah, just make sure you have enough protein. I definitely eat more in the evening than I do during the day because I'm just busy and getting on with stuff like filming, etc. But I am going to get back into the gym because I need to sort out these guns because they're gone. I hope that was useful. That probably wasn't. I need to do probably more about it once I start getting back into fitness and sorting my life out. I really need to get an easy stand though. For guys who aren't in a wheelchair, you won't be interested in this, but it's so important for us to stand, and I haven't stood since last August, so it's so bad. So I need to purchase an easy stand for this. So, you know, I think they're like, I don't know, £4,000 or something, so that's definitely something I need to save for. Whew, that was a lot. Cute Kawaii Kitch, sorry if I've said that incorrectly, has said, what piercings do you have? I only have ear piercings. I have this side all done, well, all done. I have the bottom lobe done. I haven't got earrings in today in the bottom lobe. Then the second, then the third, and then I did have, oh no, and then the fourth, I have a little ring here. And then I did have another piercing here, which you would have seen on Snapchat, but I haven't told you guys, I took it out because it was just so painful. Like, it wouldn't heal. There's still like a little lump on it now. And then I have these two hoops up here, which are still quite painful. They're still healing. And then I have, what's this called again? Tragus, and then this little bit in here. So they're all my piercings. Years ago I had my belly button pierced, but I took it out probably about 6 years ago because it was just like, I didn't want it to catch on my clothes and stuff like that. I was toying with the idea of getting my nose pierced like last year, but I've decided not to. Piercings are so much like high maintenance. There's so much work like to keep nice. Once they heal, they're fine, but when you're waiting for them to heal, it's like, I was like, I couldn't sleep on this side because it hurt too much. So I'm glad I've taken the real pain in the ass piercing out. Oh my god, loads of people are asking about workouts and stuff, and I feel so bad that I haven't done any in ages. On my because who's asked this now? Iris Q87 has says, I'm curious how you work out, what your workouts look like. Well, although I have been so lazy lately, on my YouTube channel, I do have a physio vlog. I can't speak. I do have a physio vlog to show you the type of workouts that I done when I went to the gym. Debbie Jennings has said, if you could go back in time, which moment would you choose to do again, and would you change it? That's so hard. Questions like that I find really difficult because at the end of the day, there's one thing that I would change, and it was probably like, you know, not having a car accident, so I wouldn't get in the car. So it's a real shame that is my thing that I would love to go back and, you know, do again. So basically, I would choose not to get in. On a positive note, what would I do again if it was something positive that I loved? I'd love to go back to Miami. I just loved that. That was like the best. And although I was doing like this thing called biofeedback, it's another video, Miami vlog, you can see. Just being there was awesome, and I really want to go to America again. So yeah, there's so many things that are amazing, but that's quite recent. That was 2 years ago, and I just loved it, and I just love to go back and enjoy it. It's not really a moment, is it though? But it's still awesome. I don't know, I think what I would change about going to Miami was, well, I couldn't. I was going to say stay there longer, but not do the treatment for as long, because it was like every day. But yeah. Gracie Lola Rose has said, if someone gave you the opportunity to make your own movie, what type of movie would it be? Action, reality, drama, documentary, etc. And what would your storyline be and why? And what would you call it? Off the top of my head, it's so difficult. It would probably be a documentary, you know, trying to spread positivity or something about me. It's all about me. No, I'm joking. Because that's the only thing I can think of right now. I've only just looked at these questions, so that's really difficult. Yeah, I think I'd do a documentary about, you know, that life doesn't have to end because you have a spinal cord injury, which is so important. I think I've said in the past that if, when I had my injury, I had someone like myself who was a tetraplegic to look up to. I don't mean this in a big-headed way at all. I mean it just for a, you know, it would make me feel better if I had someone to look up to, like to see someone who does the makeup and still like does nice things. That would have really helped me back then when I first was injured. So doing a documentary about that would be amazing. Just to try and inspire people. Cassie J. Britton has said, when you decide to film a look, do you practice the look first or just do it all on camera and edit it? Because they're awesome looks and it doesn't look like you ever make a mistake. Well, it depends. Most of the time I just look at my products in the morning and then we'll film a look using the products that I've decided to use. And then sometimes I'll be like my go-to look, I had been wearing that look quite a lot, and then I was like, I can film this look because I love this look. And then the festival sort of one I did, I practiced it the day before just to see if I liked it. But most of the time I will just look at things and be inspired one day and really have the urge to film something, and I'll just film it without any rehearsal. But yeah, and obviously I edit it, so there are mistakes. Like sometimes I'll get mascara on my eyelid, or but I just wait for it to dry, grab a cotton bud and just wipe it away and it's fine, you know. It's what it is. Latifa_11D has asked, what is your favourite liquid lipstick? And I would have to say Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood, because it is just the perfect nude. I love it. Love it. And it just lasts so well. I'm wearing Coco K by Kylie Cosmetics right now, and this is really nice as well. Oh my god, I'm like my makeup's getting all slippery and my sunglasses are falling down. Walker_wife says, if you could make a wish for our world, what would it be? At the moment, I would wish that there was no more terrorism and shit like that. That is just, you know, everyone is just getting so heartbroken, and so it's ruining everyone's lives. And I just wish, without sounding like Miss World, that there was world peace. It's just like we have one life. It just seems so wasteful that people are just wasting people's lives by just throwing them away like a piece of paper. It's just, I just wish people weren't brainwashed and people just had love in their hearts and not so much hatred, because it's just despicable, and it angers me and upsets me so much that people are going out of their homes scared, and people who live in these countries where, you know, there are more acts of terrorism, my heart goes out to them because there's nowhere for them to run, and it's just so scary. And I just wish that people didn't have to be scared. It's just awful, and be in pain, and just, what is with this world? We're in the 21st century. Like, we should know more. We should know better. People should know better. What are they doing? Like, there's just so much hate. And, you know, we always say, like, love is, overcomes hate and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, people are getting killed and tortured, and it's all over the media, which, you know, doesn't help sometimes, because it's giving the terrorists what they want. They want people to see what's happening, but it's just heartbreaking, and I just feel for anyone that's ever been affected. Ella Louise has asked, current favourite eyeshadow palette? Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette is the best. I love it. If you haven't purchased it yet, I highly recommend you purchase it. Like, I guarantee that everyone will love it. Honestly, it is awesome. Leah Victoria has asked, what is your next career goal? Also, if you could have your own makeup products, what would you call it? By the way, I think you're amazing, and I love watching your tutorials. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, if I sound really like nasally, it's because I have hay fever. It's so annoying. My next career goal is basically what I'm doing, but just to grow further and reach more people, and just try and make a difference, and enjoy my life, and just be successful with what I'm doing. It's basically it. I just want to grow, but because I feel like it helps people too. It's not just about makeup. It's more than makeup. It's about showing the world that despite struggles, you can do anything. You can live your dreams, whatever your struggle. So I just want to grow and reach more of you. The sun feels like it's going to go completely on me in a moment. Coco Moko 05 says, can you give us a hint about your new tattoo? Oh, can you see it? Ta-da! I'm having more done to it this week, so you'll see on Instagram what it looks like soon. Adding to it because I feel like it needs more. I love it though, but you can't really see it very well in the sun. I apologise. Mel9993 has asked, how old am I? I am 26. I will be 27 in October. Florence Joseph 6 has asked, do you have a job other than YouTube, and what did I do after school? YouTube is my job. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I get sponsored to, do a video or work with a brand, which is absolutely awesome. It's like a dream come true. And after school, I went to college, and then I went to university, but I dropped out after a year because it just didn't feel right. I'd done fashion journalism, and I just wasn't happy there. And at that point, it's when I was depressed and going into like a transition when I started, getting off antidepressants and found meditation. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I need to follow my heart and do what makes me happy. So I decided to leave university because I wasn't happy, and I'm so glad I did. Like, it wasn't a mistake. I'm so glad I went, and the experience I had, but I'm not not in the slightest regretful that I did leave, because it got me to where I am now. Not that it's good to leave, but it just wasn't right for me, and I always believe what you feel you should go for. Like, if you're feeling like it's not right, then it probably isn't. And then I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Facebook as well, so I'm just going to answer a few. I'm not going to answer any more on Instagram because a lot of them are really similar to questions I've answered in previous Ask Jordans. So I'll put all the other ones in the description bar so you can go watch them if you want to see more, learn more about me and what I have to say about things. Emma Cunningham. Hey Jordan, I was wondering how you keep your foundation flawless all day, and how you endure your eyeliner is perfect. I'm basically saying, how do I get my eyeliner perfect every time? I think you're amazing, Emma. Thank you, Emma. My eyeliner is not perfect every time. I wish it was. But honestly, the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper is my favourite, and it is so easy to use. And I've said it numerous times now, but it definitely helps because I feel like you've got so much control because it's a pen, but it's got a real nice tip. It's not too thick, and it doesn't like stick. It just glides gorgeously, and I cannot wait for Kat Von D to sell in the UK, and it's finally happening this October, I think. So I'm like, yes, finally. Oh, and to keep my base flawless all day, I wouldn't say it stays flawless all day. Like, by the end of the day, I'm like, I cannot wait to get this off my face. But using a setting spray such as the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray is so good. Like, it makes your makeup last longer, and it helps with any little cracks, or when makeup gets a little bit cakey, that makes your makeup not go as cakey throughout the day. It's really, really good. Rachel Wilson says, I have trouble blending and getting a smoky look. I've tried so many times, can you please help? I just end up with a blob of coloured eyeshadows. Well, what you need to do is just take your time, and I always start with a transition shade, which is a shade which is quite light, like a really light brown or a really, really light orange, kind of like a nothing colour to begin with. And I'll use a Sigma E40 brush, just a nice big fluffy brush, and blend that through the crease and the upper crease area, aiming towards my eyebrow but not going that far because obviously we want to highlight our eyebrow. And then getting a shade slightly darker, blending that through, but adding a little at a time. Don't add too much at once, because otherwise it will just be stuck, there's too much product there. So you start off with a lighter shade, then a slightly darker shade, and then once you get to your crease and you want it to be dark, gradually add the colour. Get a tiny bit on a brush, like a smaller brush this time, a smaller blending brush, or even a pencil brush if you want it to be really precise, and gradually work it in. At the end of the day, you can add more makeup, but you can't really take it away unless you want to start again. So I would recommend doing that. I hope that helps. But you just got to keep practicing. That's the main thing, really. It's all about practice, and you will get there. Melanie Madungo said, do you meditate, and am I spiritual? You are such an inspiration to me. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Meditation helps me get out of depression, so that was such a life changer for me. There's a plane. I don't meditate as much as I should. At the moment, I really feel like I need to start again. And it's something that I should really have in my everyday routine, to be honest, because it definitely makes a difference to your life. And when you say positive affirmations, that really helps too. So I'm going to start meditating again. I've tried to do a few. Sometimes when I'm just laying in bed, I'll just do some breathing exercises, because it definitely helps. And if you're feeling stressed, meditation is one thing that I just think you should try before anything else. Sarah Salis has said, what advice would you give someone who is newly disabled or struggling with their disability? Also, you're amazing. Thank you. What advice would I give someone who's newly disabled? Not to give up. It may seem so crap at first, like your life has completely changed and it's just like your life has been turned upside down, and some people can give up at that point. And I got to a point where it was a couple of years after my accident where I felt like I wanted to give up, but never give up, because just keep pushing yourself and realise that you do deserve an amazing life like everyone else, because despite your bad hand that you've been dealt, we still should live our lives and do what we want to do. So in the times when you're really struggling, just know that it's great to be alive. And you know, like I said earlier, I'm really struggling too at the moment, and it's hard, but just try and do something that you enjoy. And sometimes it's hard to even do that, because when you're feeling low, you just don't even want to get out of bed sometimes. I know what that's like, but just try and force yourself and hang around with positive people and try and do meditation, because it will kind of lift your mood. And if you start your day off well, then the day will go better. Like, you can't predict what's going to happen throughout the day, but at least start the day in a positive mood, because you're the one who's going to benefit. And if you're really struggling with your disability, then it's shit. It is shit at the end of the day. Like, we are human. Why we wouldn't want to have these struggles in our lives, but we do, and we've just got to embrace what we have and just get on with it. And I just think that's the mentality you have to have. Otherwise, I think you'd go crazy. But just keep believing in yourself and push boundaries, and just know that you can achieve stuff still, because it's hard to think that you can, but you really can. And if you believe, you will achieve. Jessica Martin has said, how many tattoos do I have and what do they mean to you? I really need to do a tattoo video, because I've got quite a few and I'm having one added, like I said earlier. So I think at some point I will do a tattoo video, so stay tuned for that. They are all the questions I'm going to answer today, because a lot of them will start to get a bit repetitive, but I'm so grateful that you asked me some questions. Like, I always do these like little Ask Jordan little pictures and say, can you ask me some questions? And I'm always like, I bet no one will ask me. But when you ask me, I'm so like grateful that you have. I hope this was interesting and you learned a little bit more about me and my thoughts on things. Please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if the sun was a little bit annoying and the noise was annoying, but like I said, we need to get the vitamin D into our bodies, because it's really good. Just wear protection. But yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already and give the video a little thumbs up, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you for watching. Next, I got some bits from ASOS. I've already taken them out of the bag, obviously. And